NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball, where the Botkins Trojans will take on the Jackson Center Tigers. Tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, and NK Telco. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Helmstetter. Alongside me tonight, Jeremy Plyman, Shelby County Athletic League. Basketball showdown between the Tigers and the Trojans, and this is a game that's really pretty important for both these two schools.
This is big because both of them, I believe, are off to, they've both taken a loss already in the Shelby County Athletic League. The Trojans come in. There's 1,200 points sitting on the board, on the bench, Dave, next to them, and Mulaney Maurer and Camden Paul. On the other end, McKinley Reichert and Allie Biederman for the Lady Tigers. They're going to lead this team, and they're well experienced, and they're a lot bigger, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes tonight.
Botkins stands with a 2-1 overall record and 0-1 in league play. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem here on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
And the Jackson Center Tigers come into tonight 3-1 overall, 1-1 in league play, and really kind of suffered an offensive meltdown in their loss to Anna.
Yeah, only scored 22 points. It was a struggle for them over there as they played the Anna Rockets at Anna. Kind of caught everybody a little bit off guard. Allie Biederman was dealing with the flu that night, so they said she wasn't 100%, but it was a struggle for them over there with the Anna Rockets on that Tuesday night.
And our starting lineups for the Botkins Trojans: number 3, Peyton Plattfoot; number 10, Janelle Plattfoot; number 12, D.D. Pitts; number 22, Maddie Fry; and number 32, Jana Metz. So it's Plattfoot, Pitts, Fry, and Metz for the Trojans of head coach Tyler Stevenson. For the Tigers, number 4, Grace Springer; number 10, Presley Reese; number 14, the leading scorer for the Tigers, McKinley Reichert, a 5'11 junior; and number 20, Addie Biederman, a 6-foot senior; and another inside player at 6'1", Macy Kloppenstein. So it's Springer, Reese, Reichert, Biederman, and Kloppenstein for the Jackson Center Tigers of head coach Tiffany Brown. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight, brought to you as always by Keyhole Pizza, first for the visiting Botkins Trojans.
Coach Tyler Carson brings in his team in at 2-1. He wants them to apply pressure defensively, rebound effectively to finish possessions, and help defensively on their post players.
And for the home team, the Jackson Center Tigers,
Coach Tiffany Brown wants to handle the defensive pressure of the Trojans, contain D.D. Pitts, and push the ball offensively.
And the Tigers will have the basketball first. And, of course, as you noted in the pregame, the Botkins Trojans playing without 2 key players. It's amazing. 1,200 points inside the lane. Reese shot no good. And a rebound will come down to Pitts.
Reese comes in averaging 10 a game, Dave.
Trojans with the basketball just underway here on NK Telco Sports. Thanks for joining us. Maddie Fry out front. Janelle Plattfoot handles it up front. They'll get it over to D.D. Pitts. Out front, Metz.
Tigers overplaying the wing. McKinley Reichert is not letting that ball get to the wing to Janelle Plattfoot.
And the ball's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover on possession number 1. And let's see what the Trojans do on defense.
Trojans are going to drop into that 2-2-1 press, it looks like.
Trying to apply some pressure to the Tigers. Biederman to Kloppenstein, has the open shot and it doesn't go, and Pitts will get the rebound.
It's 2 already for Dede, who comes in averaging almost 8.5 of them a game.
Plattfoot, Metz over the right side, and Pitts. Peyton Plattfoot playing down low. She'll come out and get the basketball there from Metz. Plattfoot into the lane. She'll toss it back over to Janelle Plattfoot, and the Trojans will reset. Pitts out front. Nice move into the lane. Shot doesn't go. Takes that extra step. What is that? The Euro step?
That's the
not
gather.
the Euro.
That's the gather step they're going to
Gather
call there.
step.
The through step. That, yes, it looks like it's traveling, but
It's not.
technically it's not.
Lead pass. Reese will chase it down off the glass. Shot doesn't go. Rebound put up and in by Addie Biederman. And the 6-foot senior has the Tigers on the board with 5:53 to go here in our opening quarter of play.
Trojans yet to get off a shot. 2 turnovers on 2 possessions.
Pitts. Fry. Out front, Plattfoot. Janelle with the basketball. Back over to Peyton Plattfoot. Ball taken away, tipped away there. Great defense by Grace Springer. Biederman will bring it up court. Looks down low. There it is, McKinley Reichert. I don't think you're going to see that happen too often.
Makes you wonder if this is how it went a little bit for him against Anna.
Fry makes a strong move inside, but the shot no good. Biederman up court fires the pass intended for Reichert. It's going to go out of bounds, and the Tigers with the turnover.
Jana Metz with a good look at the hole there. She had 6 points on Tuesday night against the Redskins. Played extremely well, had about 4 or 5 offensive rebounds, and now she's going to get a blocking call.
Grace Gutman will come into the lineup, a junior. Reese back over to Pringer on the left side. Biederman has it. Looks inside. It's going to be a jump ball. Janelle Plattfoot.
Neither offense is really pretty here yet, and you could see if this is a little bit what the Tigers went through on Tuesday with Anna. You know, it's not a lot of flow. The Trojans seem like they typically want to get up and down the floor a lot faster than they are. They've been real patient on offense, almost too patient at times.
Pitts with the basketball, picked up by Reese. Back over to Fry. Fry dishes it off to Pitts. Pitts looks inside, tried to get it inside to Metz, but Biederman will take it away. Presley Reese will handle it out front. Addie Biederman working out front. They get it to the corner. Kloppenstein will shoot the 3. Shot is off target, bounces up to the top of the backboard. And Gutman will get it into Pitts. Here come the Trojans. Coming up on the halfway point of this first quarter. And it's 2-0 Jackson Center. Low scoring affair. Pitts wants to go inside. Nice move. Shifts that basketball to the left hand and makes a beautiful bucket.
She is shifty when she gets in there. She's able to control her body a little bit, and it's a great thing because a little bit when she was younger, she could get in there, was just a little bit out of control on it, and now she's kind of gathered herself a lot better, and she's able to make some moves.
Biederman with the jumper, no good, just inside the arc. Metz hustles after the rebound, and here comes Pitts. Into the lane. Back out to Plattfoot. Looking for Pitts in the corner. This ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. (2-2) our score on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go, opening quarter of play. And that's going to be a turnover as Gutman carries the basketball.
That's 5 in the first 5 minutes of play here for the Trojans.
Peyton Plattfoot re-enters the game. Maddie Fry will catch a breather. Lichtenberg, will come in. Number 34.
High-low action with Reichert and Biederman there.
Yeah, nice soft touch by the lefty, and Biederman's put the Tigers up 4-2.
That's where they cause issues, especially when Reichert and Biederman can get at the top of the key, and then they can look to the other one on the block. Oh, high-low, little Kansas action there.
Foul will go against Biederman, and Metz will step to the free throw line.
Jana did a great job sealing right there to get that ball, had Biederman on her back hip.
As Metz connects, she's now 4 out of 9 from the free throw line on the season. Second free throw also good, gets her back to 50% at the line. And we are tied at 4-all. Springer. Lichtenberg comes out. She'll get the basketball. Reese in the wing, looking down low for Biederman. She'll get the basketball, double team, ball stripped away by Gutman. Here comes Plattfoot. She'll go inside, and Peyton Plattfoot takes it inside, and foul will go against the Tigers, and that's going to send Peyton Plattfoot to the free throw line.
You can see a little bit of what the Trojans want to do down here. Biederman gets that ball up on the high post, and they're almost double teaming her immediately. Grace Gutman came all the way from the wing. She got that ball, and I don't know if they must have picked up something on film that Biederman's not going to look that direction or whatever, but they both came from behind and stripped that ball away.
And Plattfoot connects on the free throws. She can 5-4. Trojans with a 1-point lead. Here comes Springer into the lane. Defense. It's going to be a jump ball. 3 Trojans in the vicinity of Grace Springer.
If you're Coach Tyler Carson, you are real happy with the 4 minutes that Grace Gutman just gave you right there to come in the game. She played really well in the JV game, and she gave you 4 real good minutes right there. They're going to get a little illegal screen.
Reichert's shot is good, but the illegal screen will take that away. Home team now with 3 fouls, with the 2 coming up on the 2-minute mark here of quarter number 1. Plattfoot back over to McPherson. They'll get it out front to Peyton Plattfoot. Now with the basketball, Janelle Plattfoot wants to go inside. Fry with a 15-footer, shot no good. Ball hits the floor, but hustling after it is Reagan McPherson. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Reichert. Reichert will get it ahead to Reese. Reese inside the arc. Shot is short, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Trojans got away with one there. Peyton Plattfoot kind of gambled wildly a little bit on that pass. He got by her, and Presley Reese had a good look at the rim there and just a little bit short.
Peyton Plattfoot will bring it up court. Freshman handling the basketball, goes inside. Reese with the block. Reichert with a rebound. Lichtenberg quickly Up court, nice pass inside to Reese. Shot does not go, and it's going to stay with Jackson Center. As number 24, Kendall Reese, into the game for the Tigers. She almost had that assist.
Presley Reese comes in averaging 10 points a game, and she had some nice looks at the rim here and just can't get it to go.
She probably had she might have been close to that 10-point average.
Absolutely.
Already tonight, but shot not falling for her. They lob it inside to Reichert, double team. Back out it comes Pranger. Lichtenberg's going to fire up a shot, and Dee Lichtenberg, a little unorthodox, but she connects. Right side, Clayton Platfoot. Pitts will handle it in the backcourt. Fry will go down low. Pitts will try to get it back over to Platfoot, but we go to the floor, and that's usually trouble. It's going to be a jump ball. And Botkins will maintain the basketball.
I think that last play there, Dee got in the middle and was just kind of looking to get rid of it, and Peyton Platfoot was thinking about going back door. She kind of looked like she was making a cut. It looked like Peyton was trying to explain to her there, hey, look back door instead of just to the rim.
Reichert will clear the rebound after the Pitts missed shot. She's going all the way. Shot no good. Lichtenberg had her hand on it. It's going to come off to Pranger. They'll reset. Biederman, ball on the floor inside the free throw lane. Shot way off target. Rebound. Peyton Platfoot going to the right side. Lichtenberg trying to move those feet and keep up with her. And the shot at the buzzer just off target. And our score as we move on to the second quarter of action. Jackson Center 6, the Botkins Trojans 5. You are watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports. Into the second quarter we go, but first let's take a look at some of them ugly first quarter numbers, Jeremy.
The Jackson Center Tigers, Dave, who are on top 6-5, were 3 for 13 from the field, a little bit under 25%, only to be outdone by the Botkins Trojans, who were 1 for 8 at 12.5% from the field. Trojans are 3 for 4 from the free throw line, so that's where it's 6-5.
Sooner or later, the Rocks got to go home. Inbounds pass for the Tigers after the foul on Janelle Platfoot. Tigers are going to throw that one into the first row, so they'll turn it over to start quarter number 2, that first possession. Peyton Platfoot, Janelle Platfoot, Fry. Fadeaway jumper. Boy, nothing but net. They're going to call a ball handling violation on Maddie Fry.
I think when she came through there, she put her other hand, it kind of came up and grabbed both hands with her going through the traffic.
Kloppenstein out front. Biederman runs the cut. Biederman running from side to side. Reese out front.
Jana Metz isn't even leaving the lane with Macy Kloppenstein on the outside. She's on the opposite end of the lane right now.
Kloppenstein will shoot the three. She called it off the glass beautifully, and it's a 9-5 lead. So how long do you do that?
I think right now you're going to live with kind of live with this a little bit and see what happens. But it wasn't the purest thing. I mean, she banked it in, but that's her second one she's taken. And I think Coach Tyler Carson's made his point here that we are not going to get beat by Allie Biederman and McKinley Reichert on the block. So they're going to take their chances here with Kloppenstein shooting on the outside.
So we'll see how that develops as we move along here in quarter number 2, 6:44 to go. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Thanks for joining us here on NK Telco Sports. Reese will go to the right side. Plattfoot on her. Biederman in the wing. Guarded closely there by Janelle Plattfoot. Reichert will get it. Defense comes out and puts the pressure on Reichert, but there's going to be a foul. And that's going to go against Janelle Plattfoot.
And that's 2 on Janelle, and Janelle's been the one who's drawn the assignment to guard McKinley Reichert. But again, we've seen that. You know, Gianna Metz was over there instantly once Reichert got the ball. She came all the way. She's standing in the lane, making no bones about how she's going to play this and how Coach Tyler Carson wants them to play this defensively on the post.
Reichert's second free throw finds a home, and it's 10-5 Jackson Center with this early first half lead. Pitts.
Here's Coach Tyler Carson. You're real happy that McKinley Reichert took almost 10 minutes of basketball to score her first point.
Out front, Plattfoot. Metz. Peyton Plattfoot with it now. Gutman. Trojans trying to run that offense. Trying to move the basketball. In trouble with the handoff. Timeout, Botkins.
Some of that is they're running that weave out top, and they're running a little bit of an open post situation or 4 around 1. And I think Coach Carson here just said something to Dee Dee Pitts. She's in there kind of clogging up the lane. I think she was looking for a post when Jana Metz had already kind of had her person sealed down there. So got some spacing issues right here, and I would imagine that's what he's talking about. Let's clear that lane up because right now there's no driving alleys in there.
So the timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. Trojans are going to break the huddle. They're back out on the floor. 6 minutes to go here in the first half of play. 10-5 Jackson Center with the early lead. And let's see how the Trojans will approach this offensive possession. Janelle Plattfoot will toss it into Peyton Plattfoot. Peyton will go to the right side. Peyton Plattfoot trying to work that baseline, but I think there's going to be a foul on Jackson Center. 34, Dee Lichtenberg, guilty of the foul. That's her second. So quickly off the bench, Grace Springer will come back in.
Lichtenberg had the nice shot up at the top of the key there. Been playing real well defensively.
Pitts out front. Presley on her. They get it back out to Bills. Looking to get it across to Metz, and no one touches it as Fry will come back into the lineup.
Jackson Center doing a great job there defensively. They're working their way through those screens, working through that weave. And here comes a trap. Now they're going a little run and jump.
There's the steal. Ball tipped away, at least a near steal.
They're going to get it.
But they get the turnover. Ball goes out of bounds, so the Tigers guilty of turning it over. And Botkins needs to score here. 5 minutes and 10 seconds.
It's been a while.
They cut off D.D. Pitts pretty well as they try to take it inside to Metz. Foul goes against Metz.
I think has a little bit of a frustration foul there. Jana Metz working real hard on the block. She's had some girls sealed a couple times. That time it looked like Biederman kind of came down, was just backing down, and Jana just kind of gave her a shove to get herself some open, and a little bit of a frustration foul, but there's another turnover by Jackson Center.
And the next foul for Botkins will put Jackson Center into the two-shot situation. They've already got 4 fouls, so that could be. That's pretty early in the quarter at 4:50. Plattfoot.
2 fouls on Jana Metz and 2 fouls on Janelle Plattfoot in this quarter, so that's not exactly what the Trojans need when they're shorthanded already.
Pitts will handle the basketball. She comes back out as Pitts in trouble, back out. McPherson, nice move inside, but unable to get a bucket. Here comes a fast break by Pranger, and she'll go to the floor. And they are going to call a foul. That's going to be on Peyton Plattfoot.
If that's on Janelle, that is 3.
And that's foul goes against Janelle Plattfoot. That's her 3rd, which means Grace Gutman back into the lineup for Botkins.
I'm not sure if the Reese girl or if the Pranger girl doesn't fall down, which kind of looked like on her own accord that there was much of a foul there. I thought Janelle looked like she just kind of ran by her.
Scramble for the ball. People diving on it. Let's see. White 14 piling on. Is that what he said?
That's what I thought he said. Exactly what he said. Piling on.
McKinley Reichert. This is funny. Reichert with a foul.
He wasn't wrong.
No, he wasn't wrong.
I mean, he described it exactly what happened.
Not sure it's in the book that way, but
no.
Nice move by Plattfoot. It's short, though, and it goes to the corner. Now the Tigers trying to get it up court. Biederman across the timeline. Ooh, boy, almost took an extra step there. They'll get it back out to Reichert, back over to Biederman. They reset. Clock coming up on 3:50 on that First National Bank first scoreboard. Kendall Reese, number 24, into the lineup for Jackson Center. Wide open goes Reese, and Presley Reese, 5'9" junior, ends the scoring drought for both teams and makes it a 12-5 Jackson Center lead.
First 2 points of the night for Presley Reese.
You kind of go back to something you said in the junior varsity game about offensively being shell-shocked from playing Fort Loramie, and I kind of feel like we might be seeing a little bit of that, plus obviously some good defense by the Tigers.
Yeah, it's like the Trojans are a little bit on offense. They're out there running some weave, and they've got some movement going, but there's really not much going to the hole, and it's not much aggressive. And when they do get aggressive, Jackson Center's done a great job shutting off driving lanes, and Allie Biederman, tough turnaround.
You're not going to stop that very often.
No.
Biederman with the shot. Boy, what a great shot. She's got 6, 3 minutes to go in the half, and we've got a timeout on the court. Our score, Jackson Center 14, Botkins 5. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Botkins takes a timeout. All timeouts this season brought to you by Precision Strip.
The Trojans are down two scorers in senior Mulaney Maurer and Camden Paul, and also have Janelle Plattfoot and Jana Metz on the bench with 3 and 2 fouls respectively, and the Trojans are trying to find some offense somewhere.
That's the storyline right now for the Trojans. Pitts at the free throw line, gets it over to Fry, back out to Pitts as Peyton Plattfoot goes down low. Comes back out to McPherson. Turnaround jumper there by Fry, or running right-handed shot, I should say. Shot no good, and the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Botkins. Reese with the basketball. Presley brings it up court, across the timeline.
Here's the difference. The Jackson Center Tigers on an 8-0 run here in the quarter. Nice play by Dede there. Jackson Center 3 for 3 from the field. The Trojans 0 for 3.
Pitts will take it inside. It's going to be blocked there partially by Reese. Sophia Braun will come into the lineup, 5'7" junior.
Presley Reese giving Dede some fits here a little bit. Presley at 5'9" and probably longer than she is tall and athletic, kind of matching Dede's athleticism, where she usually makes her hay here a little bit, and Dede's really struggling with it. She's trying to get to the rim and get some action there, and there's nothing there for her right now.
And Peyton Plattfoot will go to the free throw line. I think she hit her last two, so she's 4 for 4 on the season. They get 4 out of 5. Minute 52 to go here in half number 1. Second free throw's good, and that's going to end the Trojan scoring drought here in quarter number 2.
Sophie Braun into the ball game now.
Lead pass to Kloppenstein. She's going to tip it back in, but it's too late, and that's a turnover.
They had that Trojan press beat again. Jackson Center's done a nice job getting that to the middle of the floor and then finding either Kloppenstein or Biederman deep.
Out front, Fry with a basketball. Peyton Plattfoot. Pitts and Fry. Ball goes on the floor. There's the scramble. Jackson Center's just going to take it away, but Trojans will maintain the basketball. Pitts out front. Goes to the right side and Braun. Gutman back out front. Pitts. Flatfoot. Just having a hard time getting anything going here on offense. Pitts in trouble. Gutman, 15-footer. Shot no good. Rebound is going to go off of Macy Kloppenstein. And Sophia Braun will inbounds the ball for Botkins. There's Plattfoot inside, but quickly double team back out. Fry for the short jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Plattfoot. Clock at 38 seconds. Pitts inside to Fry. Fry going up against Kloppenstein. Nice move, but shot doesn't go. And Reese scrapping for the rebound. Let's see, the foul is against the Trojans. It's going to go against Grace Gutman. And Presley Reese will shoot the free throws. Free throw off target. Second free throw, that finds a home. 15-6, largest lead of the night for Jackson Center at 9 points. Inside the lane. Flat foot ball stolen by Biederman. Biederman up court, nice little move, nice bucket. 17-6. Boy, that was a pretty move.
Pretty move. She faked the pass and then went straight up with it.
out front. That's going to be the end of the first half of play. Jackson Center 17, Botkins 6. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our four-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here at Jackson Center, Tigers lead 17-6 over the Botkins Trojans. Obviously, the lack of offensive numbers, the big issue here for Botkins, as Jackson Center playing their usual strong defense. And let's take a look at those first half numbers, all brought to you by the Grand Lake Health Systems.
For the trailing Botkins Trojans, who have 6 points in the half, a rough 1 of 15 from the field, Dave, and that says a whole lot right there. 0 for 1 from the three-point land, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. They had 11 turnovers. They had 9 rebounds, 5 of them offensively. Peyton Plattfoot has 2, Dee Pitts has 2, and Jana Metz has 2. For the Jackson Center Tigers, who have 17 points on the board, they were led by Addie Biederman with 8 points, Presley Reese with 3, Dee Lichtenberg with 2, Macy Kloppenstein banked in a three-pointer. They were 7 of 17 from the field, 4 of 4 in the second quarter. They were 1 of 2 from 3 and 2 for 6 from the free throw line. They had 8 turnovers, 8 rebounds, and 3 of those were all offensive. The struggles for the Trojans got real bad. It was bad coming in with Camden Paul and Mulaney Maurer out, 2 players who combined for probably close to 1,200 points on their career. They're out, Maurer out for the season, Paul out probably till about New Year's. And then Janelle Plattfoot picked up their third early in the second quarter, and then Jana Metz went to the bench with 2 of them in about 2 minutes later, and the Trojans were deep into the bench and asking young players like Maddie Fry, who's a freshman, and Peyton Plattfoot in their 4th game to try to go out and get some scoring to help Dee Pitts out. And then the Tigers just defensively were they're legit defensively.
Good athletes on the floor for Jackson Center, and let's see how it unfolds here in our third quarter of action here on NK Telco Sports. Fry with the basketball, working on Biederman. Nice move inside, shot doesn't go. Metz with the rebound. Back out it comes to Pitts. Pitts gets it over to Plattfoot. Janelle Plattfoot playing with 3 fouls, as Jeremy mentioned. Plattfoot with the basketball. Inside it goes Metz. Shot blocked by Biederman. Pitts puts the rebound shot up. No good. And the rebound, it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Tigers. As Reese brings it up court. Kloppenstein out front. Back over to Biederman.
Janelle Plattfoot now guarding Allie Biederman. Macy
Reese.
Kloppenstein.
Reese took the three-pointer. Rebound to Pitts, trying to get out and go, but Reese is racing back and cuts her off. Here's an open shot by Plattfoot, and there we go for the Trojans. Janelle Plattfoot connects.
And she's the one they need to get going.
17-9 our score. There's the steal
Good
by
speed,
Metz.
Jana Metz.
Stop. Shot partially blocked by Biederman. Back out front it comes. Pitts will handle it. Inside the lane, there's going to be a blocking foul on Reese. Trojans really missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, they did. Unfortunately for Jana, great steal and got out and ran, but nobody came with her. You could almost tell she didn't want to go to the rim. You know, I think it was Biederman who was there with her, but none of the Trojans came with her for her to give a little dump off on the trail, and she was kind of looking for it, but it wasn't there.
Great point, because Biederman definitely had the size on Metz. Here comes the Tigers. Reichert running the court. She'll get a bucket. That foul will be on Peyton Plattfoot.
And you can tell the Tigers have come out with a little bit more intensity here. McKinley Reichert just made that basket and went up strong and made it. And then right away, you could tell she was those players, her and Biederman, were right at it, kind of going, let's go, let's get going. And you can tell they got there's a little blood in the water here possibly, Dave.
11-point Jackson Center lead. Peyton Plattfoot goes to the right side. Back over to Janelle Plattfoot. Almost, well, they do lose the basketball. Turnover. Here comes Reichert again. She'll put it up and in, and once again, she is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Well, she was quiet for a while, Dave.
That's right. Foul will go against Pitts. And McKinley Reichert, she's come in tonight, averaging 16 per game. She's starting to warm up.
She had 1 in the first half, and she's up to 7 here in less than about 2 minutes.
23-9. Pitts out front, over to Fry, back to Pitts. Plattfoot out front. Peyton Plattfoot. Metz inside. They'll get it back out to Plattfoot. Plattfoot trying to go inside. She'll dump it back out to Pitts. Pitts wants to work on Reese. Pull-up jumper, 15-foot. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Reese. Fast break. There's Reichert again. Reichert with the easy bucket.
And Janelle Plattfoot's back but can't do anything about it. She's got 3 fouls. She picks up another one at this point in time, and that is a world of hurt for the Trojans, who are down 25-9.
And our timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. We've got a break in the action. Jackson Center 25, Botkins 9. You are watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Two teams are back out on the floor. Timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. Botkins will have the basketball after the timeout. And Botkins just struggling with the basketball offensively. 25-9 our score. Tigers with a big lead.
They're having the root of the evil here is they're having some major spacing issues. And it's getting some issues with people cutting through the lane and then stopping. And then there's no driving lanes, and they can't throw it to the block, and they're kind of running into each other, and they're just bringing defenders to people at times, and it's causing all kinds of issues for them offensively.
Plattfoot inside Pitts. She's picked up there by Reese. Got an outside jumper. Shot doesn't go. Biederman with a rebound up court. Looks to her right for Reese, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Now, on the other hand, for the Trojans, they're up to 3 offensive rebounds here on their side. They're getting a lot of looks at it because the Tigers aren't doing a real good job of checking people out. But when they get a rebound right now, they are running to the other end, and McKinley Reichert it's a layup fest for her.
Reese outside. Presley Reese connects. The junior makes it a 28-9 lead as Tigers starting to open their lead up to 19. Gutman, top of the key, 17-footer, shot no good. Ball comes down to Grace Pranger. She'll get it up court to Reese. Reese inside the lane, up. Shot doesn't go, but there'll be a foul, and Presley Reese will go to the free throw line.
Tough one here tonight for the Trojans offensively.
Foul on Grace Gutman as Presley Reese will connect on the free throw.
Tigers were 2 for 6 in the first half. They are perfect from the free throw line now.
Reese connects.
4 for 4.
Pitts out front.
Ooh, she might have got away with the travel there too.
Left side to Platfoot. Jump shot no good by McPherson. Rebound bounces back out front, and Pitts will handle it. Trying to work inside the lane. Reagan McPherson will pull it back out in the corner. Peyton Platfoot on Lichtenberg defending against her. Ball is loose. It's going to stay with Botkins as Lichtenberg unable to hang on to it.
Jackson Center is evidently they might have had a little conversation. Coach Brown might have had a conversation with them after their Anna game, because right now defensively they are good. I mean, every shot is contested. They have people with hands in their face. They're very handsy defensively, getting their hands on a lot of basketballs.
Well, you've got the big matchup coming up next. If you look at it for Jackson Center, got Fort Loramie, next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
December 14th. And that's always a good rivalry.
And that'll be real interesting because Jackson Center is probably one of the few teams in the area that can match the height and the size that Laramie's going to put on the floor and their athleticism.
Rebound shot no good by Kloppenstein. Metz will get the rebound. It's like Macy Kloppenstein. Really haven't heard much from her except for the big three that she had in the first half.
Absolutely. Now she's kind of, but like we talked about, like now they're kind of, the Trojans have got Jana Metz sitting in the lane, and they're kind of living with her just being out there.
2 minutes and 39 seconds, and Presley Reese and Macy Kloppenstein will go out and catch a breather. Ball goes to Jackson Center, a turnover on the inbounds pass. Pranger over to Reese. Biederman with it. Reichert will come out front. Outside shot by Kendall Reese, no good. Rebound comes down to Metz. McPherson back out. Jump shot number 10. That's Janelle Platfoot. Platfoot will connect.
It's 2 threes on the evening. She's 2 for 2. They just need to get her some more looks.
Reichert back out to Biederman. Shot no good. And the rebound comes down to Platfoot. D.D. Pitts out front. Finds Sophia Braun on the baseline. Shot muscled up and in by Jana Metz. Jana had 6 points and 4 rebounds against Fort Loramie.
Played really well against Fort Loramie. She's probably got about 6 rebounds tonight so far.
Lichtenberg with the basketball. Tigers are they're gonna take their time on this possession. as we wind down the third quarter. Biederman
good
dumps it
look.
off to Reichert, and Reichert will be fouled by Janelle Plattfoot, and that's going to be her fourth, I do believe. Substitutes about to come in for Botkins. Reichert connects on the free throw.
And she's up to 10. Came in averaging 16 a game. She's got 9 in this quarter.
Second free throw, a little bit short. Fry gets the rebound. Pitts comes up court. Nice feed to Metz, and Jana Metz with 55 seconds on the clock gets the bucket. She has 6 on the night. Biederman into the lane. Back out front, Grace Pringer. Lichtenberg, clock at 38 seconds. Feed inside to Pringer. Shot doesn't go. Reichert will put it up. Shot doesn't fall. Scrap for the rebound. On the floor. Whistle blows. We got a jump ball. Kendall Reese, number 24, vying for that loose basketball for Jackson Center.
Trojans have 11 rebounds on the quarter, 5 of them offensively. So they've been able to get to the offensive boards. Just struggling to convert. Jana Metz has played well this quarter. She's got 4 points.
Braun with the basketball. It's going to be a reach there by Kendall Reese.
In the last couple minutes, the Trojans' spacing has been a little bit better than it was. They've been able to get a person to the high post and then look low with a lot less traffic in there. They had a lot more traffic in there early. Some of his isolation basketball is getting them in trouble.
Pitts makes the move to the hoop, and she'll draw the foul. And Dee will go to the free throw line. Nothing but net for Pitts. Coming into tonight, 12 out of 15 does nothing to hurt that percentage. Up court, Biederman at the buzzer. She will score, and it will count. So, third quarter action, our score. Jackson Center 33, Botkins 18. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
We move along to the fourth quarter. Jackson Center with the basketball and a 15-point lead. And third quarter numbers, Jeremy.
For the Botkins Trojans, they were 4 for 14 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. Both those by Janelle Plattfoot. They were 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Had 3 turnovers, had 11 rebounds, 5 of those offensively. For the Jackson Center Tigers, they were 5 of 11 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3, and 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Had 1 turnover, 5 rebounds, 2 of those were offensively. And McKinley Reichert led the relay there in the third quarter for the Jackson Center Tigers.
Picks up another basket on the first possession, 35-18, lead to 17. Reichert will inbound it, gets it into Biederman. Waits till Metz approaches and gets the blocking call. Pretty smart play.
Yeah, she was. She's Allie Biederman's played some basketball in her days, being a senior. 4-year starter. Her and McKinley Reichert. McKinley Reichert, a junior, 3-year starter. Presley Reese, a 3-year starter for them as a junior. Those girls have played some basketball games together, and they show it at times, the way they work together.
Out front is Biederman. Reichert, now Reese. Biederman goes to the left side, ball on the floor. Reichert's battling it for it with Peyton Plattfoot. Ball will go to the Botkins Trojans.
Jackson Center had 16 points in the third quarter. The Trojans had 12. Trojans came alive there late in the quarter with Jana Metz and Janelle Plattfoot knocking down some shots. Kind of got them in a groove a little bit. Their spacing was a lot better than it was earlier.
Ball goes inside Metz. She'll be fouled by Biederman. Biederman's second foul. How many points does Reichert got? She got 12?
She's at 13, I believe.
13? I'm trying to determine why her number's not on the scoreboard over there. I find that interesting. Reichert 13. Metz with the free throw line.
Excuse me, she's got 12. You're
12.
Right, Dave.
That's what it adds up to. Oh, there's the steal by Pitts on the inbounds pass, and she'll draw the foul. Trojans have flashes of, some success, but just it's tough when you have two starters that you really rely on. It's like restarting. It would be a coach's nightmare.
And Janelle Plattfoot being in foul trouble most of the night. So there's your fourth, your third starter, your third senior starter. It makes it tough.
Kloppenstein with a rebound, taken away by Metz, and she'll get the bucket. Jana Metz got 9 points. Reese having some problems, but gets it up to Biederman. Trojans trying to pick this tempo up, play a little bit of defense as they trail by 14. Biederman.
Trojans have gotten real handsy out there with their defense, and the referees are letting them play it. They got 3 turnovers in less than 2 minutes, and it's resulted in some points.
Reese. Oh, what a sweet move by Presley Reese.
Just kept working her way through the lane.
She goes into double figures now with 10 points. Gutman out front. Peyton Plattfoot. There's the steal. Reese. She'll handle it, pull it up. Looks inside for Riker, who's covered up.
They're going to get her on a travel.
She'll take the step.
I think Allie looked like she was going to pull up for the 3, and then all of a sudden kind of saw the lane part ways, and then like, oh boy, there's an easy 2. By that time, she had already shifted her feet. 4 turnovers in this quarter for the Tigers.
37-21 our score on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Plattfoot back out to Fry, 15-footer, no good. A rebound, Reichert looking to lead Kloppenstein, but she'll pull it up. Biederman will have it. She'll get out front. Reese will have it to the wing, and Grace Springer. There's Biederman. Pitts trying to stop it. Boy, there's that Biederman move we've seen over the years. Misses the shot, but on the backside, teammate McKinley Reichert puts it in. She's got 14.
Biederman's got that little left-handed fadeaway as a senior. You're probably not too excited as your sophomores and juniors shoot it, but as your seniors, you get that little step fadeaway. Dee Pitts, who's got long arms and fairly athletic, couldn't even get in range of a nice little pretty soft shot. Bounced off the rim. McKinley Reichert was on the other end for a rebound.
Peyton Plattfoot out front. Springer on her. Gets it back over to Reagan McPherson. Flat foot again, trying to go inside, but unable to do so. Fry inside, back out. Now it goes into Fry from Pitts. Shot blocked by Biederman. Here comes the break. Ball on the floor, picked up by Peyton Flatfoot. She's going to take it in and score. Clock coming up on 4 minutes to play. Here comes Reese. She'll put it off the glass. It doesn't go. Lichtenberg will grab it. Pranger will pull it back out. Reese in the wing. Lichtenberg goes to the corner. Pranger runs the cut. And the Tigers, they want the ball to go to the corner, but Lichtenberg will bring it back out front. Biederman trying to move inside. Too many Trojans and too many hands in the way for that to be successful. Inside pass, Pitts, turnaround jumper, no good. Fry with a rebound. In trouble, back out to Pitts. Pitts from behind the arc. Shot doesn't go, and McKinley Reichert, perfect rebounding position, has the basketball. There it is. Reese inside. Pitts on her. She'll pull it back out, and Pranger will set the offense again. They try to get it to Biederman in the corner, but ill-advised pass. It goes out of bounds, and Jackson Center fortunate to retain the basketball.
Jackson Center runs this high motion post with McKinley Reichert at the top, and she's setting screens. Girls come off the screen there to them, and it causes all kinds of issues for you defensively, because if McKinley's person goes and helps, then you got McKinley Reichert at the top of the key ready to go to the rim. There's a turnover by Jackson Center.
Pitts tips it back in, and the Trojans return the favor. Good recovery by the Tigers, really. Reichert. Oh, we got 2:42 to go.
Yep. They're just getting real patient.
Getting very patient, and that's what you'll see. They can pass the basketball. Kloppenstein at the free throw line. Kendall Reese goes to Pranger. Reichert back over to Lichtenberg. Counts on. She'll dump it back out to Kloppenstein.
And here's the downfall when you don't guard Macy Kloppenstein and they're staying in the lane. Now she just keeps popping out for the outlet pass, and it kind of resets things. So now you can tell the Trojans are out there talking a little bit about how are we going to handle this. And I think they're going to probably have to come out of that, sitting deep into that zone deal there. Or it's not a zone, excuse me, but they're kind of sitting back off Macy. They're going to have to come out and get her.
They'll call the travel on Pranger. Not sure Grace thinks she ever had the basketball.
I agree with her. Now, as good as Jackson Center was in the third quarter, they're at 8 turnovers already in the fourth quarter. They've been a little sloppy with it here.
A little inconsistency popping up there, and that's something you certainly don't want to have against Fort Loramie.
No. Now, it is not.
Of course, sometimes Fort Loramie determines that.
Absolutely.
Pranger will bring it across the timeline against Pitts. Lichtenberg has it in the wing. Kloppenstein out front. They'll get it to Reichert. Kendall Reese. It's going to go out of bounds. You can add to that total, Jeremy.
Presley Reese and Allie Biederman back into the ball game. Coach Tiffany Brown will call a timeout.
Full timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, Jackson Center 39, Botkins 23. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
A minute 42 to go in our timeouts this season, all brought to you by Precision Strip. Botkins with the basketball. Down by 16 and looking for offense as Plattfoot will have the basketball. Back out to Pitts. Off the glass, and there it is. D.D. Pitts with the basket. And the Tigers will take a 30-second timeout. 39-25 with a minute 30 to go. I'd like to remind you tonight's game brought to you by First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, and NK Telco. Additional sponsors, Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwedeman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment Corporation, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. And if you'd like to see replays, tonight's game on NK Telco Cable or NKT.TV app, Channel 155 on December 8th at 6, Channel 154 on December 9th at 6 p.m., Channels 3 and 503, December 22nd at 2 p.m. And you can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Tigers will inbound it. Biederman going the length of the court to Reichert. Beats it easily, pulls it out. You know, there's not really a lot of high school teams that can execute what that just took place.
Absolutely, you're exactly right. And it's twofold. Both of them are very athletic. Allie Biederman can throw that ball left-handed, and then she's thrown to McKinley Reichert, who is tall and athletic and can kind of, if she needs to, out-jump the person guarding her.
And the easy basket inside to Biederman.
Yeah, that's a tough one to deal with.
Great press breaker.
Absolutely. Go long.
And the good thing was Reichert didn't force it. She came back out.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's smart, knows the situation.
Situational basketball, exactly right. Like you said, up a minute 10 or a minute
We're
15. We're up 16 or 17 points. Let's just bring this back out. Let's get out of here, call it a good night, and move on. How about the job of Presley Reese tonight?
Oh, outstanding game.
Guarded D.D. Pitts. D.D. Pitts come in averaging almost 15 points a game and held her to 6. She just got 2 earlier. D.D. had a couple free throws in the third quarter, which I'm not even sure Presley was in the game at that point in time, but just locked down defensively. Offensively had 10 points, scores when she needs to. Just tremendous job by Presley Reese tonight.
Pranger with the basketball in the final seconds of this one. Count down. Trojans really with only 2 fouls. Got a few fouls to give, but I think we're just going to play this one out. Presley Reese will handle it. Clock coming to 10 seconds on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Reichert out front, and this game is going to be history. Reese will hang on to it. That's it. Jackson Center comes away with a 41-25 victory over the Botkins Trojans. Jackson Center moves to 4-1 overall, 2-1 in league play. They'll play Thursday, December 14th at Fort Loramie in their next contest. Botkins falls to 2-2 and 0-2 in league play. And the Trojans will play their next home game on Thursday against Fairlawn. So Fairlawn up next for the Trojans. nice win for the Jackson Center Tigers. First quarter score was just 6-5. Second quarter, the Tigers opened it up to 17-6 as the Trojans had offensive difficulties along with some foul trouble kick in. Third quarter score was 33-18. Tigers, and then our final of 41-25. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, and NK Telco. Scoreboard sponsor tonight, First National Bank. Keys to the game, as always, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Player of the game, brought to you by NK Telco, and we'll make that announcement here in just a moment. And our mid- and post-game statistical recaps, all brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. Additional sponsors for tonight's game, Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. We'd like to remind you that NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app. Channel 155 on December the 8th at 6 p.m. Channel 154 on December the 9th at 6 p.m. And on Channel 3 and 503 high definition December 22nd at 2 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Jackson Center with the big win. Jeremy, three players in double figures in scoring. Not unexpected who those three are.
No, they're a three-headed monster, aren't they? I mean, we hear a lot about Reichert and Biederman. They get a lot of the publicity, but we talked about it. Presley Reese, she's there game in and game out on both ends of the basketball floor. For the Lady Trojans tonight, go over these numbers here quickly. Had 23 rebounds, 8 of them offensively, 17 turnovers. Offensively was a struggle. They were 8 for 37 from the field, 2 for 6 from the three-point line, and 7 for 12 from the free throw line. They were led in scoring by Jana Metz, who had 9, and then Janelle Plattfoot and Dee Dee Pitts chipped in 6, and Peyton Plattfoot had 4. On the victorious Jackson Center Tigers, they finished with 41 points tonight. They had 18 rebounds. 7 of those were offensively. Turnovers, they had 18. They were 15 for 34 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 7 of 12 from the free throw line for 41 points. They were led in scoring by McKinley Reichert with 14, 13 of those in the second half. Allie Biederman had 12, Presley Reese had 10, Dee Lichtenberg threw in a 2, and Macy Kloppenstein banked in a 3 tonight. But they're led by that three-headed monster, and it's a pretty good one, Dave.
Yep, fine offensive machine. And we move on to our player of the game, brought to you by NK Telco. And tonight, even though we talked a little bit about the offense, on the defensive side, this player was definitely a standout.
Presley Reese causes people issues. She drew the assignment of Dee Dee Pitts tonight, who came in averaging right at 15 points a game, and Dee Dee ended up the game with 6. She had 2 of those were free throw lines and free throws, and most of the time Dee Dee struggled to even get off a shot. Her length and athleticism, her strength gives all kinds of problems, and we talked offensively, Biederman and Reichert get a lot of the publicity, but Presley Reese is the head of the snake of that deal defensively, and she causes all kinds of problems at 5'9", guarding out there athletically. She is our NK Telco player of the game, and she's a tremendous player.
Presley Reese, tip of the hat to Presley as Jackson Center picks up the pieces after that tough loss against Anna, and a good strong performance for Jackson Center tonight as they move on to the key game in the Shelby County Athletic League as they take a look at Fort Loramie on Thursday, December the 14th. That's going to do it for us from Jackson Center. I'm Dave Helmstetter. Along with me tonight, Jeremy Plyman. You've been watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.